Hey guys, how you doing? Another day, another dollar. Today we're going to be trading the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, and if you are an entrepreneur, I want to motivate you to watch this video until the very end because it can absolutely change your life. I'm an entrepreneur myself. I have a very successful business doing multiple five figures in profits every single month, and I urge you to start trading, which sounds weird, right? Why would a successful entrepreneur waste his time trading? Well, guys, it's very simple because trading on some days makes me more money than my business does. And the cool thing is, this takes me about 15 to 30 minutes on average, sometimes more, sometimes less. But usually those are the numbers on average. Now, what do I do? The cool thing is, all I do is I sit in front of my computer at a very specific time every single day, and this time can vary. It's just whatever you like. My time is 9:30 a.m. New York time, but if your time is 10 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 3 p.m., it doesn't really matter. Pick a time where you have 15 minutes that you can dedicate to this as an entrepreneur, and then you will soon realize why this is so powerful. Now, business in and of itself is beautiful, right? You get into business to make money. I get that. And if you have a business right here, okay, this right here is your business, okay? This is an entity, right? And this entity hopefully makes you some money, right? Okay, cool. Now, how do business owners actually get rich? Because it's not what you think it is, okay? Business owners don't get rich by their business making, let's say, $1 million in profit every single year, and then they distribute that money to themselves as the other entity, which is in this case you, because that is not how wealth is actually built. Why? Because what do you pay every single time that you distribute money to yourself from a business? Well, you pay taxes, and you pay a lot of taxes. Doesn't make any sense. Real net worth is built by actually increasing the value of your company. Okay, that is how you build wealth. And then you have a certain structure, no tax advice here, whatever. However, you have a certain structure where if you have built a business that is actually sellable, and we'll get into that point in just a second, I've sold one of my businesses before, then you actually have a big exit, which then makes you wealthy. However, most people when they run their business, they are stuck actually running their business. They're not a business owner, they're self-employed. And some self-employed people just have other employees. Yet you're still not a business owner because you're still involved in the day-to-day operations most of the time. So a possible scenario, which I urge you to actually take a look at, is instead of you pulling money out of your business every single time, every single year, every single month, whatever the time frame may be, I urge you to reinvest all the money that your business makes. Okay, so let's say your business does just 500K a year in profit. Okay, 500K a year. Cool. Now, what can you do with that if you're still involved in your business? Well, for 500K, you could get a pretty good CEO to run that company for you, right? A pretty good CEO. Or you can get multiple people, a CMO, a CEO, a COO. It doesn't really matter. Wherever your bottleneck is, obviously. You can reinvest that money to get someone to do your work for you. And that's a cool thing. Now, the only question is, once you have those people in place, what do you do? Well, first of all, you do this step by step, right? So you don't go ahead and hire someone right away. What I urge you to do is the following. You start trading. You start, and we'll get into live trading in just a bit. I'll show you exactly how that is done live in the markets in just about 3 minutes, roughly, when the market opens up, okay? So what I urge you to do is you start making money trading the markets, okay? Can be $500 a day, can be $1,000 a day, can be $2,000 a day, 20 days in a month. It doesn't really matter. No income claims, no guarantees whatsoever. I'm just showing you what's possible, obviously, what I'm doing, obviously, myself. And then instead of pulling money out of your business to fund your lifestyle right here, trading funds your lifestyle. And the money that you would normally pull out of your business for your lifestyle, well, you reinvest it into your business. You hire certain people. You start other projects that also require capital. You take some risks and you try to start building value. Okay? So you get rich trading while becoming wealthy running a business. You spend 90% of your time running your business, 95%, 99%. and you spend 5% of your time making money trading. The cool thing is, as a trader, you can make money whether the market goes up or down. You can profit from both ways. And to demonstrate this to you, the cool thing is, you will see me now trade, okay? I'm gonna start trading in about 2 minutes, right? Now, if I make profits of, for example, $100 or $200, which you'll see me do very, very soon, okay? If I just make, for example, $200 in profits with one trading account, what you need to know is, using something called prop trading firms, you can actually copy and paste your trades that you place in this account right here across multiple accounts at the same time. Meaning, if you make $200 in profits, this could actually be $1,000 in profits. Now, I have lots of videos on my channel about this. If this seems interesting to you right now, I urge you to check out some videos on my channel. But without further ado, I'd say let's get started, because the market is about to open up in 10 seconds. We are getting ready to trade the NASDAQ, but also the S&P 500 futures contract, all right? That is what we're going to be trading today. Now, most people trade using these charts here, right? Well, the cool thing is we don't, because most people lose money and we don't want to lose money. We want to make some money, okay? Now, we use these charts just as a broad orientation, okay, a rough orientation. However, we actually go ahead and start placing our trades using something called a heat map. This is just a software tool for a heat map, which is Bookmap, okay? And I can basically see what is going on inside these candles that you just previously saw, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I will now start trading, okay? I have about a 1-to-1 to risk to reward ratio, meaning for every unit that I risk, I try to make the same amount of money back, and I make my money by having a high win rate. That's the cool thing about my strategy. I always try to win about 3 out of 4 trades. That is always my goal. And I usually end my trading day after I'm up 2 units, or once I'm up 2 units, okay? So once I'm up by 2 trades, that's usually when I call it a day. And that's when I close my laptop, sometimes in 5 minutes, sometimes in 10, sometimes in 30, depending on how many setups I'm getting that I have a very high chance of being a profit. So right now I'm just waiting for the markets to do something that I'm looking for, obviously. And there's a couple things that you can look out for. You will see me doing this live in the markets right now. I'm getting my setups here up and running. And then we will have a very, very good time, hopefully, in the next couple of minutes. So one thing that you need to know is I am also a correlation trader, meaning if I see something happening in the S&P 500 on the left-hand side, or the ES, that's the futures name contract. If I see something happening here, and the same thing happens in the NASDAQ, the markets are correlating. If I see something happening here and the opposite is happening, you see markets going down, and the opposite is happening in the NASDAQ, for example, I'm going to try to take advantage of this divergence, because a divergence, guys, is a market abnormally, okay? And market anomalies are not good for the market. The market doesn't like anomalies. Right now, I'm having my eyes here on this level right here, okay? Why? Well, guys, the NASDAQ was going up quite a bit, right? The volume profile here, if you don't know what it is, check out my channel. Just type in volume profile. Looks pretty bullish, meaning everything has been going up. However, the volume profile in the S&P 500 doesn't look the same way. So that's very interesting. Meaning this looks way more balanced than this. Yet, the advantage, because we had a huge rejection off of these lows, sounds very technical now. I know, don't worry. Lots of new terms, new words, but you don't need to know all of them right now. Now we get to our level of interest here in the NASDAQ, and I'm waiting. I'm just waiting patiently for something to happen. Right now, there's nothing of interest for me. This right here, guys, is called liquidity. This is where lots of buy orders are sitting, where people, and most of the time, large hedge funds, institutions, banks, they want to position themselves here, right? I now predict, based on what I'm seeing, that the market here is going down, okay? And this also will go to the level of liquidity. Maybe not now, but very soon, okay? This looks pretty good to me right now. Why? Because this right here is called good auction quality. This is called good auction quality. The market likes this, okay? So right now it's just a matter of time until we see something happening, hopefully. And this something is hopefully happening very, very soon. The market is getting fast. I'm trying to go in. I am now in for a short trade, and the market now just came back here in the Nasdaq, which is not a good sign. I might be out of my trade right now, and that would actually be my first loss. So I'm now down 1 unit. Okay, that also happens. Now, the market came back to this level of interest with pretty bad auction quality. That's what they called it, right? So I'm trying to re-enter the market. Same idea. Hopefully the market will take me. My order is still in the market right now. Trying to get filled one more time. And hopefully I will get filled, because the market is most likely gonna get to the bottom of this. So now it's just a waiting game, seeing if we can actually go ahead and profit from this opportunity once more. Same trade idea. Okay, guys, I'm in once more. Now with the goal of the market absolutely going down. Now, I do believe the market will actually go down quite a bit further. That's why I removed my take profit level to exactly that level. Just got filled, and now I have a win. So that's about a 50-50. That's a 50% win ratio. The win was bigger than the loss, so that's good. Was a bit unlucky on my first entry here, but I just re-entered with the same idea basically. Just got stopped out here, a bit unlucky to be fair. Caught the wrong moment for my entry. However, this was a picture perfect trade. Went in short here, meaning I profited from the market going down because I saw certain things. What did I see, guys? How did I make this trade? Well, the auction quality here is pretty good, meaning we have buying and selling coming in at a level of interest, okay? What else did I see? I see that we had lots of buying coming in here. And usually when you have lots of buying coming in, price is supposed to go up, right? That's supposed to happen. Yet price didn't go up here, meaning there was a passive seller who was absorbing everything that he was being offered to right here. That's a bearish sign, meaning the market is very likely going to go down next. Then I saw the market going down and back up to this level right here. When the Nasdaq, there was aggressive seller. And this aggressive seller here most likely wants to defend his position. So it's very likely now the market will turn back around and go towards this level here of liquidity, which is a magnet for the market, all right? And once I saw all of these things, all of these confluences, good auction quality, auction speed coming in, meaning there were now at these lows right here, transactions happening. Like the market was fast. It's not slow. If it's slow, there's a reversal coming. If it's fast, there's a breakout coming. And the market was pretty fast here. It was also fast here. I just got stopped out in a very not so beautiful fashion. That happens though. Yet I'm still up because I knew exactly where to put my take profit. Why? Because right here there's liquidity. The market likes to go there. But the market can also turn around from levels of liquidity, especially if it goes there with pretty bad auction quality, which just happened right there. What do we see now? We're now back at this level of interest where the previous seller pushed the market down, right? We're now back in that area. How do we get there? Well, quite a bit of aggressive buying right here. So we might see the market push up quite a bit right now. We might. However, we still have lots of liquidity down here. We have a little bit of liquidity up here. In the ES, same play. Lots of liquidity down here. Only very little up here. So the market, in my opinion at least, right now, is still very likely going to go down before it goes back up. But this is not an A+ setup, so I will stay away from this right now because it's difficult to read, okay? It's just a bit difficult to read. In case you don't know this, guys, it's a secret drink. The drink of a trader, La Croix. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a very good drink. I love it. Right now, what do we see? The market pulled back to this level right here, previous level of liquidity roughly, to all of this, basically to the bottom of this range. We went up here with An auction quality that was quite alright. Wasn't good, wasn't bad, it was just okay. We exhausted a bit here, some selling came back in. In the Nasdaq, we had some liquidity here, we went right to that level. And now I do believe that the market will definitely go down at least a tiny bit further down to this area right here. But it's not an A+ setup for me right now, so I'm just staying away because I do want to see certain things happening. And if I don't see them happening, then I will just stay away from it. Just to give you a rough perspective, this is where we're at. So didn't I just... I think I marked this level right from the get-go. Like, right from the get-go. And that's exactly where the market had a reaction, wasn't it? So now, what's happening? We go to that level right here. How? With pretty bad auction quality, in my opinion, guys. Pretty bad auction quality. Level of interest in both markets right now. This is picture perfect. Picture perfect. So what do we want to see? We now want to see the market get back up. Get back up. Is it already there? I don't think so. I'm waiting a tiny bit for the market to go down a bit further towards this level here and this level here. And that's where I might want to get active for a reversal trade to the upside, guys, just so you know. We went down here with pretty bad auction quality in both markets. Now the market is pushing back lower. You could have profited from this move. However, pretty tough to predict that with all this liquidity down below. So that wasn't a setup that I was willing to trade, because now I do believe the market definitely wants to get to these levels down here. So that's the 40s in the Nasdaq and the 75s roughly in the ES. Might not happen right now, however, hopefully will happen very soon. And that is where we might be able to get a good setup. So 77s, I have it right here marked in this range. At the 75s, there's a bunch of liquidity. 77s here is a level in terms of the volume profile, which was yesterday's volume point of control, which is always a very nice level to reject from. All right, so that is somewhere right here where we just rejected from. Overall though, guys, I still believe the market has some room to go. Yeah, some room to go down a bit further towards this level, like I mentioned, because there's so much liquidity here. It's long-term liquidity. There's a difference between short-term and long-term liquidity. This right here is short-term liquidity. It's in the order book, which is what you see right here, for a very short time. This is long-term liquidity. It's been in the order book quite a long time, and the market likes long-term liquidity, likes going to long-term liquidity or towards long-term liquidity, okay? Because that's usually real liquidity. That's what you need to know. Right now, the market is pushing down a tiny bit further. We are already at the lower end of this range when it comes to the ES. And the Nasdaq, we are still quite a bit up. So this is a divergence right now. You could profit from this by shorting right here in the Nasdaq, hoping the market will also break this low right here as it did in the S&P 500. Got to be careful a bit because the speed is not yet there in the ES, meaning the speed, the auction speed, how fast the market is, right? We might now see that though.
Order filled.
All right, let's see. Maybe we can get an entry. Gotta double check. Double check. The ES is picking up some speed right now. I'm trying to maybe find an entry very soon. All right, trying to find an entry right here. Hopefully I get filled. Got filled. All right, and now take profit is at the 42s roughly. So a tiny bit further up. And then right here, we have our stop loss. So tiny stop loss, tiny take profit. It's a very quick scalp, as you can see. Gotta make it a 1-to-1, roughly there. If it doesn't happen right now, I'm going out, which it seems like right now. Gotta be good cautious here. This looks good in the Nasdaq. Looks pretty good. Gotta get some speed in there now. Perfect. Gonna secure my position. All right, and another win right there, guys. Another win right there. Just like that. Is that difficult? Is that difficult, guys? I don't know. I'm very happy because this was a pretty good day, right? This First trade here, like I mentioned, guys, was a bit annoying because I should have won this. Basically the same trade, just a re-entry because I lost the first one literally by like 1 or 2 ticks. So it's a bit annoying, but it's fine. So idea was still valid. I went in there once more, first win for about 1.5 units. So I lost 1 unit there. I made back 1.5 units here. So I'm up 0.5 units. And now I traded in the NASDAQ right here for a break of this low right here. How did I see that? Well, guys, we came towards this low, very close to the level of liquidity here. It's very obvious the market wanted to go there. We see lots of selling coming in here. The auction quality right here was pretty good. Speed was pretty good. I went in right here. Then the market pulled back exactly as I went in. I was like, oh, no, doesn't look good right now, because usually you don't want to see that happening. However, the market came back to this low quite quickly. And then I saw some speed coming in the NASDAQ as well. Went right in here. And then obviously my stop loss, or my take profit, I'm sorry, was right above this level of liquidity, as it can be a level of rejection for the market. Very important. Okay. Went out right there for another nice loss. So right now, I think I'll call it a day. That was about, it's 9:30 when I started. Now it's 9:45, 15 minutes of trading, guys. I'm already done for the day. Yep, that's it. That is trading, guys. Doesn't have to be that complicated. Can be pretty straightforward. Every single trade that I just took was with a certain idea behind it, a certain structure behind it, a certain logic behind it. It's all based on logic, because whenever someone tells you that you can make money trading by looking at these charts, guys, I'm sorry. It's not how it works. I've been trading for a long time, multiple years now, and I've never been able to make money trading off of charts. I'm just not. Because I cannot see what's actually happening inside these markets. I don't know where there's liquidity. I don't know the auction quality. I don't know about the auction speed. I don't know about so many things that are crucially important when it comes to trading. If I'm just looking at these charts right here, you don't have enough information. It's just like if an employee comes to you and he did a mistake. You want to know all the information. Why did it happen? How did it happen? And how can you prevent that in the future? But if you don't have that information, you might just have to fire him because he did a mistake, right? But if you have all the information, you might understand why he did that mistake and how to prevent it in the future. And the heat map, the order flow, everything that you see right here is just more information. It's based on the truth, okay? Indicators, you can fake indicators. Most people try to trade using some kind of weird indicators that they see here on TradingView. Guys, someone made up that indicator. It's not based on the entire truth. The truth is right here. The truth is what you see here, because you cannot fake orders that are coming in. You cannot fake the price. You can't. And if you're able to read this right here, then you're able to predict price. And if you're able to predict price, you're able to make money trading. Have good risk-reward ratios, obviously. Everything needs to be intact. Everything needs to be in place, right? Where are we going to now, guys? Right here. What happened right here? What happened? A previous level of liquidity and sellers that push down the market below these lows right here. Seller here and seller here. Here, the seller couldn't push the market lower. However, here, maybe the same seller, maybe a different one, came in and he said, no, I want lower prices. I want lower prices. We get to that level exactly here. How do we get there? Auction quality, it's all right. We see some buying coming in. And now the market is pushing lower. What do we see above this buying? This right here, guys, is an exhaustion, meaning the market is exhausted right there. Would I trade this? Maybe, maybe not. But look at this in the NASDAQ right now. Better auction quality, better auction quality. It doesn't look too bad right now. Oh, no, it changed. Got to be careful now. However, the market is zigzagging right here. Small zigzags, right? If there's now speed coming in and lots of contracts being traded at that level, we might see a push to the upside. If it doesn't happen, you only see one contract, two contracts, one contract being traded, low auction speed, then a reversal is happening. And it just happened. Interesting, isn't it? Guys, trading doesn't have to be complicated. It can be pretty straightforward and simple. So, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to learn this, you also want to make some money trading, just like I did right now, feel free to click the link in the comments below, in the description down below. Apply for a mentorship program where I'll teach you exactly how this works, how to read the order flow, the truth, as I call it, how to profit from it, how to make money with it. No guarantees, no income claims whatsoever. I'm just showing you what I do. I explain to you exactly what I do, why I do it, because the why is always important. If you know the why, the how becomes quite easy. And if you want to learn everything about it, how you can scale with multiple prop trading firm accounts so you don't even have to risk your own money trading, then you can click the link down below. What just happened, guys? Well, what do you see right now? Some speed coming in, right? Now, low speed. Now, high speed. Low speed. Low, low, low. What do you see here? Take a look. Let's just take a look at this. Right now, not a whole lot of volume coming in. 2, 1, now 3, 1, 3, 1. Not a whole lot of volume coming in right now. Is that a breakout? No. No. Once you see 5, 10, 15, 7, 5, 8 orders coming in like that, that's a sign of a breakout, guys. That's a sign of a breakout. Okay? Now, would I trade a reversal right here? I wouldn't. Why? Because there's so much liquidity up here. And liquidity is like a magnet to the market. Okay? That's where you got to be careful. Because the market likes to grab this liquidity and then go further down or further up. Doesn't really matter. However, this right here would have not been a good reversal trade, even though it would have worked out right now. Okay? Now I'm going to call it a day. Wish you a great day, guys. See you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to learn this, click the link in the description down below or in the comments down below. And talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.